Welcome to Dakota and Family. My name is Jason, and her name is
Wendy.
Okay, the first thing I want to say is thank you. Thank you for all the encouraging comments and caring comments that you did on our last video where we were bullied. Well, my son and my wife was bullied and laughed at, teased, whatever you want to call it. It was just mean. So I wanted to follow up on this with a special message to parents out there in society, not necessarily to the small YouTube army and the small YouTube community, because they've been really great to us. This is not pointed to you. Being parents, we are the first teachers and the one teacher that stays constant in our kids' life. They learn to talk. They learn to walk. They learn to eat solid foods from us by modeling and doing whatever we have to do. Same thing with our special needs kids, especially our autism kids. They learn from us, from modeling to maybe even hand over hand our instruction. That's what we all have in common, is we're teachers to our kids. And I wasn't necessarily upset with the child because she was only doing what her mother did. And then after that, my wife told me later on yesterday, there were 2 teenagers laughing at our son. We are responsible for our kids. We have to teach them the right way to live life, the way to treat others. Now I'm going to ask my wife a few questions about, after reflecting on what happened at Walmart, how she feels about it. So, first question is, Wendy, when you heard that, when you saw that, well, how did you feel?
I felt really bad because I don't know if they were like laughing at the fact that he was in a cart, or he was eating, or both, or what they were laughing at, but I just didn't feel like it was appropriate for them to laugh without knowing the issue. And I didn't want to say anything, and I eventually told Jason. He got upset.
She knew not to tell me right then and there, because I would have made a big stink. I'll tell you that right now. I would have raised hell. I'm very protective of my wife and my son and my daughters. I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm going to be honest with you. Before I had Dakota, I wasn't really sensitive to other parents that had special needs kids, and it really, really opened my eyes. It really opened my eyes. How about you, Wendy? How do you feel about this? You've always had a kind heart since I've known you, but how did Dakota affect you when you were looking at other special needs kids?
It affected me way differently because, I was one of those people that also did assume and judge other parents by the way their kids acted and not knowing what the problem was beforehand. And I feel bad to admit that. But since I've had my kids and all that, it's changed my point of view because of the experience I've been through with my son and my kids.
I'm going to tell you something about my childhood. I got picked on. I got bullied by my sister's friends. I know how it felt, and I vowed that I would protect my son always from that. And it felt, as a man, after hearing that, I felt like I let my son down. I let my wife down. For that, I'm truly sorry, Wendy. I'm here to protect you. and to love you and to cherish you. Same with my son. I felt like that if I would have been more alert, I may have been able to stand up for you, because I know you're shy and you're an introvert and you're trying to get out of your shell, and I know that that's how it made me feel. But have you had any experience when you were little, when you were bullied, if you were bullied or anything?
I was bullied in school. And I didn't feel good.
So, to the parents out in society, you not only have to teach them how to eat, how to talk, use their words and everything. You not only have to teach them to walk or maybe spelling, math, whatever walk of life your child's in right now. You also have to teach them social skills and to make them more sensitive to people that are out there that are different, whether it's by color or race,
Gender.
Genetics, or special needs kids, disabilities. You know, we have to be more sensitive. Now, thank God, I don't think Dakota is alert to this, and hopefully he never will be, in a way. Then again, I hope he gets aware of this. I hope he progresses more. I just know one thing. I cannot shelter him all the time. I have to expose him to this so he can get used to going out in public. I cut the shopping trip short, one, because he was getting, the only reason at the time was because he was getting hard to handle. I later on went out and did the rest of my grocery shopping that night. Got a freezer full of food and all that. That's what we have to do with him sometimes. When I go with him, I can handle it better because I just start shoving food in his mouth or something. First thing I do is I go by the bakery. They give you a free cookie at Walmart. That's what I do.
But I wish parents would teach kids better morals than they are being taught right now.
The great book says, "Judge not unless ye be judged." And what they're talking about, if somebody's greater than you, like God is judging you, then you have the right to judge.
The only person that needs to be judging is the person above.
Yeah. And until you walk in other people's shoes,
don't judge or assume.
Yes. Now, as far as going to the thank you on the small YouTuber army video, the last video, thank you. It's so overwhelming. We've responded to every comment. Must have been about how many? Did you lose track? About over 40 comments? Maybe 50? 84 views the last time I saw. Tells me you guys care. I just wish society would care. Now, this coming week we're going to be extremely busy. Starting today. We're going to try to take you along for the ride. We're not going to probably gutsy up the vlogs. We won't have time because one trip is going to last all day because of driving and all that. So, and it's going to be rocky weather. We're going to focus on Nikita, the next two vlogs, her physical disabilities and what she's having to deal with other than her cognitive delays. Nikita's a special girl. She's a stubborn girl. And she's right now in the stage of where she thinks she can do what she wants. But she's doing pretty good for what level she's at. We're proud of her, especially in school. She's buckling down and she's doing good. So stay tuned to that. Do you have anything else you want to say about parental responsibility, baby?
Just teach your kids the right thing, not to make fun of others that are different.
Tell them to treat other people the way you would want to be treated. Okay, if you like this video, push the like button. If you feel like you're new to our channel, you feel like you want to subscribe to our channel, please do. Just remember, we're just telling our life story. we're being real. So there's no reason for us to really guts it up other than to have fun on the computer and use special effects. We want people to realize that there are people out there like Dakota, like Nikita, like Missy, like me and my wife. Until then, talk to you later.